how would you sum up this short meeting which Prime Minister Modi had with Zelenskyy?
We've heard already from the report, this is a historic visit, but it is not just a historic visit. And it's not only about optics, obviously, it's about outcomes. From defense cooperation to humanitarian support, India is playing a pivotal role in shaping the region's relations, but also concretely in shaping also the peace negotiation efforts when it comes to coming closer also to the Ukrainian position, hearing the Ukrainian position directly from President Zelenskyy. So what we are seeing here, in my view, is a concrete example of this multi-layered foreign policy of India, and also trying to reach out to both sides and trying to bridge both sides and understand the position. So I have been arguing that India is probably right now the only geopolitical bridge builder in the world operating with both sides. And this is a concrete example how this is being done.
Vlada, this meeting had two very important takeaways. The first was Prime Minister Modi visiting and paying homage to the children who died when he was in Moscow. That's one. And the second part is Prime Minister saying that he told this to Putin that he stands for peace. Do you think it's a good start? Because right now the outcomes are not on table. The bilaterals are on table. Do you think it's a good start, a strong messaging?
It's absolutely a good start. And at the end of the day, India has acted as an economic lifeline for Russia. They've ramped up purchases of its crude oil after many countries around the world snapped sanctions on Moscow. Who better to speak to Putin than Prime Minister Modi? He finds himself in a very unique position. Russia does not respect Western nations. Macron made many attempts. Those attempts led us nowhere. And I truly believe that Prime Minister Modi finds himself in a very unique position due to the dependent relationship that Russia also has on India.
Aditya, do you think was it a balancing act which the Prime Minister did between Russia and Ukraine? Or do you think that there is a possibility for an Indian mediation? And third thing, because you have done war reporting, how often do you think that the soft diplomacy can create solutions when it comes to hard issues like war?
You know, at the peak of the war, I would be skeptical, I would be apprehensive, I won't be so sure that there would be end results. But we are at a stage, Karthikeya, where there is, as we discussed yesterday, exhaustion, there is fatigue, there is, a lot of pressure on several countries. The economy also suffering in many ways. Connectivity has been suffering globally. And that's why there is a way out that both sides seem to be looking for. There is no way out right now, but there could be a possibility of a way out in near future. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and India from the day one of the war have been saying that we will not side with one side or the other. Today, Prime Minister said something very interesting. He said that you can't accuse me of being neutral. I am not neutral. I am on the side of peace. India from day one has said that peace, diplomacy, negotiation is the only way forward. And I completely agree with Velina when she says that India is perhaps the only country in the world which has not chosen a side, but in fact is a bridge builder. How much India will succeed or how much those who are on the side of peace and diplomacy will succeed, only days ahead will say. But today is a remarkable and a historic day. When a BBC reporter in fact asked Jaishankar that there were a lot of people here who are upset with your embrace towards Putin, those visuals of Modi and Putin hugging each other, this was something that the BBC reporter asked Jaishankar. And there was a solid response that came in from India's External Affairs Minister that, you can't accuse of this. We seem to have a cultural difference. In our part of the world, in India, we embrace each other whenever people to people, there is a dialogue or people meet each other. And today we witnessed the same embrace, the same hug when Zelenskyy, in fact, met Prime Minister Modi. In fact, one of the only world leaders that I've seen was very emotional. If you see Zelenskyy's face while meeting Prime Minister Modi, he was very emotional. He was perhaps, expecting that Modi will perhaps not find a way out, but perhaps begin that kind of a peace process.